Hello, today I get to talk with Micah Delaney, and she is a children's book author here in the Akron area. Micah, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're so glad that you're here to share the adventures of your actual real son,
I know.
Shan, which is so fun. And so tell me, first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into doing this.
So I am from the Akron area, grew up here, ventured off a little into school and things like that. But when I came back, ended up having a son, and he's a pretty big kid. So all the time we get that he's much older, and we always get that he's going to be some big athlete and all these things because he's so big. Like right now, he just turned 3, but he's in a size 6T.
Oh my goodness.
Really, like, he walks around
you never
like
know. Maybe he's going to be an Olympic shot put.
I know, everybody says he's going to be this, he's going to be that. But one of my biggest things was I really want him to be focused on school, academics, and literature. So what was a fun way to make him interested in reading other than making him his own character?
Right. So, and he can be whatever he wants. Yeah. He doesn't have to be those things.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be boxed in.
Exactly. And I love that. So you made him his own character in these books, which is so much fun. So go ahead and pick up the first one that we want to talk about today.
So this first one is Shan Meets His Furry Siblings.
Go ahead and hold that up a little bit more so our audience can see it.
There it is.
So he's meeting his furry siblings. So I assume that means, is that a puppy? Is that a cat? What is that?
So we have dogs.
Okay.
And outside of this, I also breed dogs. So some people call them Cane Corsos, some people call them Cane Corsos, but they're pretty big dogs. They're really protective and loyal dogs. So a lot of families who are interested in purchasing dogs, or maybe who have already purchased a dog, always ask, how will they get their child socialized with their dog? So that was one of my biggest reasons to also write that book, is to show that you don't have to get rid of your pet just because you have a child or you're planning on starting a family.
I love that about this book. I love books that can kind of walk kids through a situation and help them know that, other kids have gone through this and they can get through it too. I love the picture right on your shirt there of him with your dog. What's your dog's name?
So there's a few of them. We have Icy, we have Benjamin, we have Zari, Duchess, River.
Since you breed, yes, you have.
There's quite a few.
That's so fun. When he did first meet his furry siblings, how did that go?
It went really good. So only one was kind of timid, but that's the one who thinks she's his mom now.
Oh, that's so sweet. Very protective of him.
Yes, very. And you'll see real pictures in the back as well of each book. But
That's so fun. All right, let's pick up the next one.
And this one is Shan Goes to Grandparent Daycare. And that's just obvious what this one is about.
Yes, but that's also a really great book. I feel like actually that's probably the most useful one for my own child. I was mentioning to you that I have a 3-year-old, and she does go to her grandparents a couple times a week and sometimes struggles with that handoff and that kind of thing. And so share with me a little bit about that book.
So this one, I was working in corporate, and my parents were kind of nervous for him to go to daycare. They were kind of nervous about, him just being around other children so young. And so they wanted him to come to what they call grandparent daycare.
I love that.
And they had a lot of, learning manipulatives for him, just a lot set up. So he really it wasn't a problem for him to go there because he was still learning. But it was the part about socialization as well, which leads into the next ones. But
okay, so grandparent daycare, got to hang out with his grandparents, do some good learning.
Definitely.
And then let's go ahead and pick up this third book.
And this one is Shan Has a Blast with His Cousins.
So fun. So then he is getting socialized.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit more about that one.
So this just shows the importance of not only, he spent a lot of time with my parents, but also it was important for him to be around other children as well. So getting him acclimated with other children around his same age group, playing, learning how to share, wait his turn, all of those fun things or not so fun things. And also, at the end of the day, when it's time to leave, how he cries, how do we get him back on track? So those were some of the things that were in this book. So
again, I feel like these are really good lessons for kids as well. So you're providing parents with a lesson that they can give their kids, as well as a fun book. The illustrations are really fun and beautiful as well. Go ahead and choose one of the books. I'm kind of putting you on the spot a little bit, and let's go ahead and read it to our audience, because I know it's pretty short. So pick one up and let's read it directly to the audience. If they have a little one, they can pause it right now and bring the little one over.
Okay. So this one is Shan Meets His Furry Siblings. This is the first one. So it says, "Welcome to the world, baby Shan." Oh, God. And then there's some pictures.
The puppy.
Yes. This is just him meeting his furry siblings. Meet Benji, man's best friend.
Aww.
Your brother and sisters look a bit different than you.
And a lot bigger at first.
They are.
That's so cute.
They bark, they dig holes, and chew through shoes. That's the part we don't
great
like.
pictures. Yes.
Don't be afraid. You can say hello.
Aww.
Your furry siblings are very big, but very gentle. Even when you pull their face and scratch as babies do, they still love and protect you. And there he is.
So sweet.
And that's just a picture with him and most of them.
Most of the
Yes.
puppies. And I love that you have the real
Yeah.
real pictures in the back. So sweet.
And that's just him pulling on them, opening their Christmas gifts. This is the one that was pretty timid at first, but now she thinks that she's his mom.
That's so sweet. My kids did the same thing with our Beeble and Rubble.
Yeah.
And now he's very protective of all of the kids.
Definitely.
And so you do readings.
Yes, I do.
At Barnes and Noble, at some other various places as well. And so if people want to find out more about where they can get your books, of course, and then where they can come to a reading, where can they go to find that information?
So we're on social media. If you type in Shan's Collection of Adventures, either his Instagram, Facebook, YouTube account, any of those things will pop up. We also have our link tree there with just where you can purchase books online at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. And then we'll also have it up there for the various bookstores in the area. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So we will make sure we put all that information up for people as well, so they can find your book. Go buy her books on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or any of the local places that you can purchase. Go to a reading with your kids. I'm going to try to bring my little one out to a reading. That would be so much fun. As a wrap up, you left your corporate job to be an entrepreneur, do this kind of work. I love those kind of stories. Just share some words of inspiration, maybe for someone working right now who they have their own dream. Maybe they want to be an author. Maybe they want to be a musician. Maybe they want to start their own company. What would you say to them?
I would say, my goal at the beginning of this year was to do the things that were most uncomfortable for me. It was a very hard decision. It was very scary, and I just had to put my best foot forward, and I love it. I'm in this space, and it's just been creating more of a clear mind space and head space for me to even, spend more time with my child. So I would say, if it's something that's on your heart, you just got to do it, because you're not going to do it if you just don't do it. So I would say just put your best foot forward and go for it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Put your best foot forward, go for it, do it now, because there's never going to be a better time. You just got to go for it. Thank you so much, Micah, for being with me today. Micah Delaney, local children's author. Reach out to her through her social media. Have her come do a reading. Local libraries, have her come do a reading. And make sure you guys purchase her book as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.